How to compose an email when doing backlink outreach. If you're doing backlink outreach, it's critical to make sure that your emails are written in a way that'll make your subject line stand out and will help you get the most responses possible. We've all heard it before. The key to successful backlink outreach is in your email. It's not just about being polite and using proper grammar. It's also about knowing how to make your email as persuasive as possible. With that, here are some expert tips for writing an email when reaching out to other websites in your industry. First and foremost, remember that the email is your first impression, and it's how you make a positive or negative impression on the person reading it. Make sure it's professional, concise, and doesn't have any spelling errors. Second, make sure you personalize your emails as much as possible. Don't just address the person by name. Use their name in the body of the email too. That way, they'll feel like you care about them personally, which means they'll be more likely to respond positively. Next, always include an ask in your email. It's important that you don't just send out cold emails without any sort of purpose for doing so. It would definitely come off as spammy if you did. However, if you ask something specific like, "Would you be interested in linking?" or, "Can I get your opinion on this topic?" then they're much more likely to respond positively to your request. Of course, it's always good to make sure that your subject line is short, sweet, and descriptive. If you can't describe the content of your email in one sentence or less, then don't send it. You'll be wasting their time, as well as yours, if they have to read an entire email just to figure out what you're talking about. In addition, it pays to be courteous. If someone's taken time out of their day to read your message, make sure they know how much you appreciate it by sending them a quick thank you note. Lastly, don't use emojis or gifs unless they're relevant to what you're saying. Even then, keep them minimal. Think of this as using too many exclamation points. If you do it once or twice, it might be funny. If you do it every single time, people will think you're trying too hard. Start building relationships with authorities in your industry. Visit linkdaddy.shop today and we'll help you get started with your backlink outreach efforts. Not sure who LinkDaddy is? Submit one URL and one keyword and get a free backlinks campaign for your website, valued at $39 to try out our service.